Finley, what is a word scientist?
A word scientist is a scientist that studies words.
That studies words. You are exactly correct, Finley. Now, in order to study words and learn from words, what must a word scientist know a lot about? I'm going to pull another stick. Finley, go ahead and mute yourself, please. Wyatt,
Okay.
what must a word scientist know a lot about?
Words.
Okay. Let's think a little bit more, friends. If they know a lot about words, what else must they know a lot about? Think about what makes up words. I know that we talked about this yesterday too. What do words have? Penelope, what do words have? What must go together to make a word?
A sound like something that's in real life.
Okay, I heard you mention sounds. What do we know of that makes sounds, Penelope? And the hint for you is right on your screen. What's on your screen right now, Penelope?
Alphabet.
Okay, and the alphabet has 26 what? Letters! So in order to be a word scientist, we must know a lot about our letters. This alphabet chart we are very familiar with. It is the same alphabet chart that we have been studying all school year long. And we've been working this week to look at the letter, the picture, and the sound that that letter makes. We started off by studying what we notice about the capital letter and what we notice about the lowercase letter. So with our capital letter A, it's made up of straight lines. But the lowercase a, we know is short and it's made up of a curve and a line. I wanted to share with you something else today. Have your eyes on the screen. What do you notice here? This says, my yummy ABCs. What are you noticing when you first see this chart? Jackson, what do you notice? What do you notice, my friend Jackson?
There's spaghetti.
Okay, I think you are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Okay, but look at what letter goes along with that. Would that be spaghetti? What letter is this? N. So I think these must be noodles. Noodles. Okay, so Jackson's noticing the noodles. What else are we noticing when we look at this alphabet chart? Edwin, what are you noticing? Oh, Edwin.
Then I see W.
All right, so you're seeing the letter W. What else are we noticing, friends? Let's hear from Zipporah. Zipporah, tell me what you're noticing.
I see a hot dog. I didn't know hot dogs start with H.
Okay, so we are noticing that each of these pictures are food items. and we can learn out and find out more about what different things start with that letter, just like Zipporah said. I didn't realize that hot dog started with H. So just like we did on Monday, I believe, I would like for you to choose one letter. And I want this letter to be something different from what you did on Monday. Find a letter and study it. What do you notice about the letters? What do you notice about the picture? How does that help you as a word scientist? And then we're going to share out about your noticings. So find that letter. What are you noticing? And then touch your nose when you know what you would like to share. Jackson, not quite sure why you just unmuted yourself. Thank you. Okay, so I'm seeing friends that are touching their noses when they are ready to go. And we'll talk about what we are noticing with that letter. Penelope, come have a seat, my friend. Let's go. You need to be up and close to your computer so that you can study what we're talking about. Study the alphabet chart. Find a letter. Okay, let's hear from Mia. Mia, what letter did you study and what did you notice?
U.
Okay, so you found the U. Mia, do you know what this is a picture of?
Cake.
Cake. Cake. Does cake, friends, start with the letter U? Does it start with the letter U? Oh, I'm seeing some friends that are shaking their heads or giving me a thumbs down. So I wonder why that would be here. It does look like a cake. Does anybody know what this is a picture of? Aria, what do you think this is a picture of?
I was raising my hand because I couldn't see the letter chart.
You can't see the letter chart?
I can't see it.
You can't see it? Oh no, that might be a big problem. Okay, let me try it again. Can you see it now, Aria?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, since Aria wasn't sure, Aria, I'll ask you. Do you know what this is, Aria? It's a type of cake.
A lemon cake.
Lemon. Would that make sense for the letter U? Lemon. Okay, it has to start with Friends, this is called pineapple upside down cake. Because you bake it and then you turn it upside down to eat. Thank you, Mia. Okay, so we studied the letter U, and I'm glad, Mia, that you brought that up because that might be confusing for people. If you're going through your alphabet and you say cake for you, that probably wouldn't make a lot of sense, would it? No, so we have to pay attention to what the picture really is. Amaria, what did you notice? What letter? And what is the picture for that letter?
About that, I forgot to unmute myself.
Oh, that's okay.
So, are we doing the food alphabet?
That is what we are noticing, Amaria. Which letter were you studying?
Okay. What for now was studying was the K.
Was the K, okay. And what did you notice about the K, Amaria?
Because I don't want to notice anything. I see the letters one. There's the alphabet, but only letter with it.
Okay, so you
So
see the
basically,
capital.
That little one had a big square line and little tops, and that one have a different tiny little line, and then the down and bottom.
So let's talk about the picture, Amaria. What are you noticing the picture is?
I kind of see.
It's starting with the letter K. What is this? Do you know, Amaria, or would you like somebody to help you in the class?
I like someone help me, actually.
Wyatt, I can't tell. It looks like you're saying what it is. Wyatt, do you know what this is?
Probably a zucchini.
Not a zucchini.
Something round.
Jackson, if you do it again, I'm not going to be very happy. Fix the problem. Okay, what is this, friends? It's a type of fruit. You cut it in half usually. When I eat it, I usually scoop it out with a spoon and eat it that way. Who knows? Zipporah, what do you think?
A kiwi.
It's a kiwi. It's a kiwi. Okay, let's hear from one more friend, and if we don't notice this letter that I'm thinking of, we're going to study it. Okay, let's hear from Nadia. Nadia, what letter are you studying? Say it one more time. What letter?
S.
S. Okay, so we see around like a snake, and our lowercase around like a snake. What is this a picture of, Nadia? If it starts with S. What is it?
A sound.
A sandwich. There we go. Thank you, Nadia. Okay, I want us to look at this. I wonder if anybody knows what this is. Anybody have an idea? I'm going to scroll through. Oh, I'm seeing some hands. Okay, Mara, let's hear from you. What do you think this is? It has to either start or end in X. X, X.
I don't know what that is. It looks kind of different.
Okay, I'm looking for friends that know. Raise your hand only if you know what it is.
Wait, I think it's a pie because it has a bottom.
You think it's a what?
A pie because it has a bottom like a pie.
Okay, think about that. Pie. Does that begin or end in X? Pie.
Well, it looks like it.
Okay, it does kind of look like a pie. Okay, Mara, I'm going to move on to somebody else. Lyra, what do you think it is?
Uh-oh.
Lyra, you have 3, 2, 1, 0. Do you know what it is, Lyra?
I forgot my answer.
Okay, well this, friends, is a bagel. Is bagel start or end in X? It doesn't. I'm seeing friends are telling me no. On top of it, and I have somebody that needs to mute themselves, on top of it is something called lox. I personally have never had this, but it's salmon that's been cut very thinly that goes on top. Mrs. Elmore or Miss Mulcahy, have you ever had lox on top of a bagel? Oh, Mrs. Elmore has. Mrs. Elmore, do you want to maybe describe lox a little bit so that our friends know?
It's salmon on top of a grilled bagel, and I put a special sauce on it. It's delicious.
Do you have it with cream cheese too?
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes. Okay.
I like it with raspberry cream cheese.
Oh, interesting. That sounds different. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you, Mrs. Elmore, for explaining that. Friends, I want us to stand up just for a second. We are going to study another alphabet chart, and we'll have to see what that's all about. But I want you to reach up high, act like your fingers are being pulled toward the ceiling. Go ahead and reach down low and act like your fingers are